Welcome to Forgiven.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lua Maiwa. Today on Reality, we would be riding through a question that seems as a puzzle on our minds, and it's titled, How do I know why I was created? If you're like most people, you've probably wondered, what's my purpose? Why was I even born? What's the thing I'm supposed to achieve? What's my goal? Well, you are not the only one in this. We all are in it together. But our time of realization are different. Now, let's ride to get our full knowledge of it. We see purpose as this big, complex thing, like something we have to search for to find. And while it can take time, I believe that understanding why we were created doesn't have to feel like a puzzle. Now, let's talk about God's design. The Bible reminds us in Jeremiah 29 verse 11 that God has plans for us. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. This verse shows us that our lives are not an accident. God has an intention behind each one of us. Now, when we understand that we are created intentionally, we would now be able to understand why it says God can't test us beyond our strength. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. And this I further encourage us. Be you. Don't checkmate your purpose with another's purpose, for that is what makes one unique. Just like we have Don Sioyiko with his unique way of singing, so we have Don Muen with his unique way of singing. Before I got this understanding about purpose, I always believed this idea of our parents coming together as one couple and boom, they're expecting a baby and I was born and enter the system the country gives. I felt to just come and worry about money, stay fresh, and what have you. Only did I know that it was the Creator whom has scheduled every steps of man. Regardless these ideas, the one who made me has a plan for me. Which is why, if we don't pray to walk in the path of our purpose alongside God's will, it will just seem like a snake that walketh on the mountains without any impact. In other words, we need to help ourselves by having this intense relationship with our Maker. Now, just because I have said we need to pray doesn't mean you should now be going to church every day without working. What? Yeah, Joe, would you have a book? For God himself worked 6 days and rested on the seventh day. And while he was working, he was also coming around to checking through all he had created. An advice to us all is, only do we know that the way we come to him will be the way it will come through for us. So, If you're the type that feels Sunday as the only day to make out with God, then you are only limiting your clarity, because God is a God of time and will never disturb you or bless you more than you deserve. So, tarry more in the secret place. So, when we come to whom created us, it becomes easier to believe that we have a purpose. It's reassuring to know that God, who created us, already has a plan in place. And part of discovering that purpose is trusting that His designs for us are unique, meaningful, and specific. Having understood that there is a reason we were created, not because we were born into our family, but because the one whom created us has an assignment for us. Now, let's talk about identifying our unique gifts. After we have prayed and it's seeming like the purpose isn't showing forth, yet wait. If your prayer isn't kingdom oriented, or you want it so you can show off, in a nutshell, let what you are praying for be one, something that will build God's kingdom, two, to help others without copying the idea of yes, I have arrived and it was because of me he now owns this and that. Trust me, your answers are already here. It's just for you to be guided to get to it. And if you're yet to get it, you don't need to give up, because that's a bigger purpose that is about to be out. And reasons could be that you are yet to attain the capacity to understand the purpose, or it's not just the time for it to be known. Regardless, we need to pray. Even when the fact that the picture is unclear, check your schedule, your daily routine. There are something you'd like to venture your precious time into. Like you do it and you are never discouraged no matter what. Can I say something? That's the uniqueness you have just discovered. It's now left for you to understand it and work towards making it a reality. For where the resources will be needed, even you will least expect it. The Bible, in Romans chapter 12, verse 6 to 8, talks about having different gifts. According to the grace given to each of us, some of us are called to teach, others to serve, encourage, lead, or show mercy. Now, having understood that we were created for something special, and we now know that we have more things at hand, let's now talk about listening for God guidance. Discovering why we were created requires listening for God guidance. In Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6, we read, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." When we open ourselves to God's voice, we can begin to see His guidance in our lives more clearly. Prayer, meditation, and spending time in God's words help us tune into His direction. Sometimes it's not about one big revelation, but about taking small steps our faith. As we walk closely with God, He reveals pieces of the puzzles, guiding us one step at a time. The answers to the puzzles of how do you know why you were created are: 1. Start by trusting that God has a unique purpose for you. 2. Explore the gift He's given you, that's your talent. 3. Stay close to Him in your journey. Purpose isn't always found in a flash of insight. It's something that often unfolds as we walk with God and grow closer to Him. Thanking all my listeners and passerbys for tuning in today. I hope this conversation encouraged you to embrace your journey and trust that your purpose will become clearer as you seek God. If you have a correction you want to bring to our notice, some things, or you would like us to know some things, please feel free to leave it in the comment section and we will be ready to listen to what you have to say. Join us next Saturday as we bring to you more realities. Do have a lovely self-discovery day ahead and stay great. Remember, only Jesus can save. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Forgiven.